Isaiah Sharp with the Idaho News 6 forecast.
If you got plans to be outside tonight, make sure you got that umbrella, make sure you got the water, the sunscreen, anything that you need at this point. It is toasty and not going to get any cooler until we start to see that sunset. 96 degrees right now. The wind might be helping just a little bit, helping in a couple of ways. One, keeping things a smidge cooler, but also blowing some of that haze that's on the horizon. You can see some blurry shots of the foothills off into the background. The haze has been a big part of the forecast for the last couple of days due to, in part, a few fires that are happening in Northern California, but our eyes have been set on one fire causing a lot of issues. The Cram fire over the top of Oregon. It has been causing a lot of concern for us, especially when it comes to the haze, and a lot of concern for the Oregon residents on top of that too. Earlier this week on Tuesday, Wednesday, the fire was just below 30,000. It quickly rose to over 40,000. Yesterday, it was over 70. Today, it is over 90,000 acres within a 4-day period. It has grown very impressively. Now, something that we're going to keep an eye on is there are red flag warnings in the region, which is good news for us, bad news for them. Good news for us in the sense that this wind is going to blow away all of that haze over the top of us. Twin Falls is going to have to wait a little bit longer into Saturday, but Boise might see some clearer skies going into tomorrow. Bad news for them. The red flag warning and wind is not good for the wildfire conditions in the area. And so this fire heading into the weekend, we're going to be watching out for. So tune into my Saturday forecast, because we're going to watch and see just how much this fire is going to expand with all of the wind that is moving into the area. But good news for us, like I mentioned, we're going to see some clearer conditions. Unfortunately, we have got some dry right over the top of the Treasure Valley region. This is our updated drought monitor. You can see the extreme has started to grow up into northern Idaho. Southern Idaho now dipping into the extreme category as well, as Twin Falls is really seeing some severe and extreme drought. We're not going to see too much rain moving in for the rest of this season, and so this is something to keep an eye on, especially with wildfire season continuing on in southern Idaho. When it comes to the heat, that's not going to be going anywhere anytime soon, but the cooler conditions may roll on into our region. We've got a little bit of a low pressure system that'll pass on through, dropping those temperatures. I'm not expecting it to be a dramatic drop, but still, we'll take any break this time of year because the heat has been on. It'll continue into tomorrow, but just a smidge cooler. Temperatures right now at 96 degrees. It's good to see those temperatures sitting at 94 as the highest. We are expecting 98, 99 later this afternoon. So make sure you tune into our 6 o'clock newscast of the latest on the temperatures coming up there. 96 in Ontario, 96 in Vail, 96 in Emmett. Clear skies are expected for us. A little bit of haze, 70s for McCall and Cascade, 90s almost everywhere else. A few 80s mixed in there. Pay attention to those 80s. We might see them in the Treasure Valley sooner than you think. Taking a look at that McCall extended forecast. Temperatures dipping into those low 70s, which is great, but they warm quickly back up into those 80s with clear skies. Light chances of storms passing on through on Monday. Here's a look at that extended forecast as those temperatures are only going to get into the 80s on Monday and Tuesday, which is lovely to see. A little bit of cloud coverage too. Going to drop those temperatures, which is great for us, but it's not going to last long, unfortunately. 94 expected on Wednesday, 97 by Thursday, Friday. We are going to have a very warm close to the month of July, so just be prepared for it. Conditions going to be toasty.